Hey everyone, it's Zach with Palantir Research. Pivotal week in my opinion for Palantir when it comes to their narrative, but one mysterious kind of answer from Alex Karp caught a lot of attention. So here's the clip first.
The most common question that I get to ask you from the audience, I post on social media, you're coming on, is when will there be a direct to consumer or I don't even know what we would call it, but a publicly available version of AIP, and if that would ever happen.
Let me tell you,
because they see you as a leader in the space, the Palantir, not necessarily you as an individual.
Whatever they see, I'm happy. But okay, look, Palantir, you are seeing the tip of the iceberg when you are buying our product now. We've been working on these things.
You can't buy it if you're a person off the street.
Great. You are seeing the tip of the iceberg of our product development, and we are going to show more and more and more of what we have. And I think people, and I would also like, a lot of those people asking the question, by the way, are not academic. They are investors in Palantir, and they have supported us when we were down on the ropes, and those are the people that we are fighting for.
Now, big caveat and warning, I think no rational investor is really taking any business-to-consumer product or offering from Palantir as a major factor right now, at least in their investing thesis that is currently playing out. The TAM and opportunity that Palantir is taking on to go after enterprises is still the main focus and should be, in my opinion. But I know a lot of folks are still curious about the speculation of what this can look like. Now, the first telling clue if this really means anything at all is that Karp understands the origination of this question. It's from investors. It doesn't really make sense to come from current enterprise customers, nor the wide general public, non-investors who really don't know about Palantir, and just as likely really not even being curious about a consumer use. I think the majority of folks would find this as a natural inclination. So that really sets the premise first on why I think this mysterious non-answer means nothing. Now, speculation-wise, alert for everyone, but that's only the immediate future and focus in my opinion. So he didn't knock it, saying they'll never do it, but diplomatically circles back and references the robustness of their products. So in my own humble opinion, it's more so that Karp really wants to let everyone know their tool is so powerful. So we're going to keep on going for enterprise customers who have an immediate measurable need and with specified value proposition versus a consumer market where it could get muddied up a little bit. Plus, if they are building something so strong on the enterprise B2B market, it really feels like the infancy of it still, where they should keep focusing and doubling down and setting up the infrastructure to be as robust as possible in that market. Once that's been dominated and tamed as a business for them and maybe reaches maturity, then I could see not even a shift of focus, but just a little bit of a side hustle maybe and toe dipping into direct consumer products from Palantir. Now, the low-hanging fruit that I could even think of as an example for Palantir on the consumer end is really taking an individualized example of, say, a small business owner, maybe ran by one guy who uses Palantir, but then shifting it over to that consumer part so he has an ontology of all the different moving parts of his personal life. Change that to there instead of the business, it seems so cliche, but maybe we have a life app. Now, it also naturally goes to say that the security aspect of purpose-based controls will be there, so a personal preference giving access to what, where, when, why, and how to this mysterious Palantir app is important. And with AIP, we can see a recommendation system for the kind of goals that you have to give it. Now, if someone wants to securely prompt AI with this kind of personal information, say maybe financial aspects, then the ontology knows about your job, leisure activities, spending habits, overall long-term goals, your family, anything that you can share social media, then maybe it can give as an accurate recommendation that it could based on this data and perform to help with the financial question there. And we've all heard the feedback loop intertwined with this also with Palantir's products. Once you've taken action, the ontology understands what changed in your habits you've done and now has more current and accurate data to see your progress toward this and even giving more accelerated results. Now, money was just the first thing to come to my mind, but it can just as be easily about goals for health and fitness, family time management, career growth, even mental health. Who knows? The consumer side of things can get really messy too with a lot of these factors even getting intertwined. Hence, they're not going to operate in a silo here, but the ontology can at least help with that and tying them together. So yeah, it's a really cheesy life app idea here, and it was just the first thing that came to mind. But please don't riot with the pitchforks on me. I warn this is a completely speculative video, and no way do I care for Palantir to pursue B2C as an investor. If anything, it should be much, much further down into the future once they've dominated the AI space for enterprises. But what are your thoughts below? And I'll see you in the next video.